All right, welcome to another episode of Levi in the Closet. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I appreciate it. And if you haven't seen my videos before, I like to start out with an item out of my closet. Today I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm doing a check out my package video, the classic series, classic Levi in the Closet series. Check out my package. I got my package here. Check it out with me. I already know what I got, but just kind of seeing what's inside. It's exciting for y'all. I'm just gonna rip it open with my man brute strength. Whoa, okay. So this is from the Temu app. Classic China. Oh man, pretty interesting. All right, the first thing I opened up, this box is kind of smashed already. Looks like most of it is. These are a little bit cheaper than what I was expecting, but these are light up night lights that look like mushrooms. They're supposed to be color changing, so maybe they alternate colors. I'm gonna have to check it out and see how this actually works. How they change color. Maybe they kind of like strobe in and out, but that'll be pretty neat. I got 8 of them. They sent me a text message saying, "Oh, we got a deal for you. This item is now discounted." So I got 8 of these. 8 of these little mushrooms. I thought they would be more like a silicone, but they're actually just like a hard plastic. Pretty cool. So I got 8 of these shroomies, and I'm gonna plug them out, throughout my house. Kind of like maybe in the bathroom, I have an outlet that I could put them, up like this, so it kind of looks like they're growing out of the wall, maybe because there's a lot of moisture in there. I don't really clean my bathroom. Bad on me. Yeah, mini mushrooms, so you can check that out on Temu. And this is not sponsored by that app. This is just something that I ordered because there's a couple things on here that I actually wanted. And, I saw these, they were advertised on their main page to me, like their night light. And I was like, I need something like that in my bathroom. 8 is a lot. I don't even know where I'm going to plug all these in. I might give them to some friends or something because they're just kind of a novelty item. And my eyelash poking me. More of these shroomies. Funny enough, somebody in my town just got arrested for having a bunch of shrooms, like pounds worth of shrooms. Alright, so anyway, I digress. Another item. Oh, I know what this is. So I'm excited for this. This is like a little stringer tank top. I'm not sure how it's going to fit. I got a size medium, but I figured I can wear this to the gym. I made my own. I just cut up a t-shirt. And, came in an interesting bag, actually, like a little reusable bag. This bag is not a toy. Well, says who? You can play with this thing all day. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so stringer tank top. I was looking for like a cheap, something pretty simple. I like the all black. Hopefully this fits nice. Hopefully it's long enough. It'll be nice to wear to the gym because I like to be able to show, my traps and all my development. I like looking in the mirror and flexing when I go to the gym. So yeah, that's the next item. I got quite a few things here. More on the gym page, gym related. I got a pair of these shorts. They look a little bit long, and they look a little longer than what I was seeing in the picture. That's what people were saying, they're long. Good vibes, and it's got palm trees on the back. I was hoping they would be kind of shorter. It's not really, I don't know, it's a little bit cheaper material than what I was expecting, but we'll see. Because I like to have the basketball shorts with the little holes in them, more that style. And I knew this was more of an actual short, but I was hoping they would be a little bit shorter, like mid-thigh riff. We'll see how those fit on me. Another thing to wear to the gym, good vibes right across the crotch. Just another thing I picked up. And last but not least, this is what I really wanted to get, and I've been looking all over for a good one. It's really pissing me off because I can't find one that is the style I like. This is a bonnet, if you don't know what this is. I have a couple of these already. I went with the black and white. I figured it would match with the tank top. We'll see. Either they don't fit my head, or I just can't find the right style. Like, I like to have the little headband here. Based on the picture, I wasn't sure if the headband would be too thick or not. So I'm hoping it's not, covering my entire forehead, but I do have quite a big head, so it might stretch out a little bit. alternating black and white. I can't see it. I'll have to check it out in the mirror when I'm done with this video. But yeah, another bonnet for the gym. Most of this is gym related. Feels like it fits pretty well. It won't ride up too far. You know, I think I talked about this in another video, but I like having the little band here. It kind of acts as a sweat band. And is it in the middle? I can't tell. A little 101 Dalmatian action going on. They had quite a few different color schemes. I just thought this one was simple enough, and I didn't want anything too elaborate. And maybe, you know, I just wanted to see how this fit and how it looked, you know, before I got anything too crazy. I'm gonna put the tank top on here so y'all can get the full experience. Like, imagine me in the gym. Ooh. Just stand up. Yeah, that's about the right length and everything. Kind of what I was hoping for. I think I got it on the right way. Yeah, you can see some of my chest hairs poking out. You know, after I get a nice pump, then I'll be really, you know, busting out of this thing. But for now, I think this is pretty much what I expected. You know, a nice little tank top stringer right here. It's probably the thinnest tank top that I have. Usually I have a couple I got from the mall years and years ago. So yeah, I'm excited to go hit the gym. Today is my rest day, but tomorrow I'm going to be working on either back or legs. So I'm going to try to decide, you know, maybe how I'm feeling tomorrow, whether I'm feeling a leg day or feeling a back day. Kind of how I go, just based on how I'm feeling for that day. And not so much a program, but I make sure to get every muscle group in my week, my workout week. So the next week I'm able to just restart again. And usually Sunday I'll do legs. So we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, because I changed it up a little bit last week. So I think adding legs tomorrow would, you know, make it sequential to do legs and then do back on Sunday. But then I'd have to do another order again, and I want to kind of correct that. I like doing legs on Sunday. But anyway, I digress. So a little bit of a check on my package video here. And there was also something that I just wanted to touch on as far as a topic. You know, I think I might have spoken on this in another video as well, but I have a buddy on Facebook, and he posted something about turning 28 because, you know, our birthdays are similar in date. And he was saying, well, I've been on this planet for 28 years and I don't have much to show for it. And, you know, I don't have a house. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. You know, I don't really have a career as far as careers go. I just kind of have a job. He went to school, I think, and he was doing like IT, and he was really into computers and video games and stuff. And, you know, like he was kind of going down that path, like the IT tech path, I guess you could say, career. And that didn't really work out for him from what I've seen on Facebook. But, you know, I kind of felt the same for a while. And I was really kind of upset because I was like, well, I want to be at a better place in my life. Like, my goal years and years ago was to own a house or be on my way to owning a house by 21. And at that point, I was living with a girlfriend. I had already, you know, taken out a car loan. And so I had all these car payments and stuff, and spending all the money that I was saving, whether on, you know, on my car or on, you know, just going out and living life and doing things. And so I really didn't have that savings anymore that initially I was going to put as my down payment for a house. There's people that have done it, and they, you know, they grew up in houses and families that kind of enabled them to have a leg up on life, and they didn't come from like where I come from. And, you know, my buddy, where he came from, he had it worse off than me, you know, broken home and raised by his mom and all these other things that, you know, I was fortunate to have two parents that loved me, and they, you know, provided as best they could for me. And I never really wanted, or, you know, I didn't have any wants, you know, aside from, you know, what a kid wants, or, you know, what does a kid really want out of life? But the more I think about it, I'm actually really happy with where I'm at right now. I mean, I do have a place to live. I don't own it, but, you know, I could possibly, if that's, you know, what's meant for me to, you know, what's meant for my direction to go in life, like maybe I could end up owning a house one day. But right now I'm satisfied with where I'm at, and I don't feel like I'm behind. And I did for a long time. I was really concerned with, you know, all these other people that I went to school with, they're married and they're, you know, getting a house or whatever it is, or they all have a career and all these other things, and comparing myself to other people. But really, like, as far as I've come, especially like my mentality and like how I feel about myself and how secure I am in in certain aspects, and like just working on myself too. Like, I'm not fat and overweight, and I don't have a, a wife that resents me or anything. It's like, I'm working up to that, not to a wife that resents me necessarily, but to a wife. Like, I want to be my best self. And then, I can incorporate somebody else into my life after I'm ready for that, after I've mentally developed enough and emotionally developed enough that I can be understanding and be there for another person without being a burden to them, without, and I understand fights and conflicts will sometimes come up and you don't agree on certain things, but I feel like, where I'm at now, especially now, and, the path that I'm on, and the, growth and really just working on myself, that's going to be minimalized much, much more than had I gone straight from high school into a marriage, or only a couple years, or not experienced dating in full realm. Like, I know what I want in a partner. Sometimes things surprise me. Like, I feel like every girl I've been with will kind of show me something new and kind of give me a different perspective, or like a lot of different things, that being with a different person, because we all have different life experiences and learning from one another. But just as far as who I am as a person and what I've grown into, I feel very secure in that I, maybe not 100%, like financially, I'd like to be in a better place before I get married and before I start thinking about kids. I don't want to have, just a regular job, like a regular hourly job. I'd like to have more of a career going for me before I even start thinking about having kids. But, maybe in the future, if that's what's meant for me, then, okay, I accept that. But also, I'm okay with where I'm at in life, and I can buy things for myself. I can splurge a little bit, buy some things off of the internet, and that's enough for me. Being able to just spend that money, like, I'm saving and trying to trying to save, because I've had to spend all my money. I've gone through some stuff recently that I might make a future video on, and a lot of that, it took my savings away, and that was something that I really based my my pride on. Like, I was proud to have a savings, but then, it's also good to have it as like a fallback, because then you're not completely down and out. It's like, okay, I still have money. I can, afford to, fix things, or like I have a car problem, I can afford to get a new car or work on my car or whatever it is. It's like, I had that savings and I was really proud of it, and I was able to take care of all my problems because of it. And, now I'm just going to work back up to that again, just having a good savings. And small things like that I, like, I'm learning, it's okay. That's where my happiness comes from. Me being happy, working on myself physically, going to the gym and getting big, and putting on more muscle and all those things. Other people don't put that as a priority, maybe because they're tired, like they have kids to deal with, or like wife, and now it's all these finances and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, I have enough to support myself. I do have, some stress over financials sometimes, but not as much. I have enough where I can go to the gym. I decide what days I go to the gym. And, maybe I'm not feeling it today. Okay, then, I'll skip a day or whatever it is. I have enough food, at home, and I have money to go buy food if I need it. I'm a little bit short on funds right now, but I'm like, okay, I can plan it out. Like, okay, make some meals at home. You don't have to go out and eat. Like, I do have to stay home most days, just to recuperate, and get back on track. But that's okay. I'm okay being by myself. I don't need to go out to the bar and be social and, make a presentation of like, oh, I'm doing so well, when really I'm not. It's like, okay, there's, some things I'm just working on. I'm going to get financially back on track. I'm just going through a little rough patch here, but everything is going to be okay. I know that. And that's what makes me happy, knowing it's like, I really have a lot to be proud of, like how far that I've come and who I'm becoming and who I am right now. That's a lot to be proud of. And if you're working on yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, really, there's nothing else that you need out of life. Like, things will come, if you make the right decisions, and financially and emotionally, just making the right decisions and the right choices. But, you don't need to have a big house. Like, even owning a house, I see all these things on the internet about like, well, I'm never going to own a house in my lifetime. Okay, maybe not. Like maybe I do never own a house, but I'm fine with the place that I'm living now. Like if I could just rent this and I know maybe that's not going to last forever or the rent might go up a little bit. Okay, then what am I going to do to, increase my income? I got to make more money. I got to, be a little bit more frugal with my spending, to pay the rent. Okay. Like that's just being a responsible adult, not going out and blowing it on all these things. Like, every so often going out with my friends to eat and, buying things on the internet, that's totally fine. But, not feeling like, oh, I have to go out and flaunt it. I don't have to go out to the bar every single night like a lot of people do. And they're continuing to struggle and like, why isn't their life getting better? Why, oh, me, like, oh, my life sucks. It's like, well, here's what you're spending your money on. You're not investing in yourself. Like, I'm investing in a gym membership. I don't like spending money, but it's worth it to me. Like going to the gym, having that experience, I get to interact with the people there. I get to learn and develop my body, and I'm becoming more healthy. And I'm going to be healthier than a lot of these people out here. A lot of like the average people aren't focused on their health. They're just out there, eating whatever they want, getting bigger, not in a good way, but I'm trying to make the right decisions, trying to make the healthy choices so that my future self will be happy. And no matter what that is, whatever that looks like, whether I'm with a partner, whether I'm with a girlfriend or a wife, whether I have a big house, whether I don't, whether I have a career or whether I don't, I'm just going to be happy with what I have right now and just be satisfied with, this is good enough for me. Like not settling, like this is what I want forever. I do have aspirations and dreams and things I want to work up to. Excuse me. But just don't settle for that, but also be happy with what you have now. Like, I have all these clothes, I have a place to live, and, I have a phone that I can make these videos with. I have the fancy light, I have a cat, all the things that it's like, okay, there's a lot to be happy with. Like, I'm satisfied, to a certain extent, like I said, but like, just being satisfied with what you have, being happy with what you have, and what I believe what God has blessed you with and what God has blessed me with, like all these things that I don't want to take for granted. And so yeah, just if you're at that point in your life where you're like, man, I don't have a lot to show for all the work I put in, or like for as long as I've been alive, I don't have a lot to show for it. Maybe change your thinking a little bit. And if you have been working on yourself, and if you do, if you are trying to work on yourself and become the best version of yourself, then think about that and be like, yeah, I am getting better every day. Like there is work that I'm putting in, and there's going to be, there's going to be the big picture thing. Like, okay, when I'm, me personally, like when I get up to 180 pounds or like maybe 200 pounds, then I'll be like, you know what? I made it. I made it. And I'm working towards that every day. Or like having a savings, like, okay, I have $100. Okay, I got, $500, $1,000. $5,000, just keep saving and saving and investing into yourself, investing into your savings, investing. A lot of those things, it's like, okay, it just comes with time, just being persistent and consistent. Persistency and consistency is the key. Did I say that right? I didn't want to mess it up. Persistency and consistency is the key. I just came up with that. I've heard it in different ways, but take it from your boy. Because I'm out here living it, like I'm going through things just like everybody else is. I don't want to put on a front and be like, oh, well, everything's perfect for me and my life is great, because sometimes things happen and it's not so great. But really, I'm fortunate to the life that I have because, for one, I'm just trying to make the wise decisions. I'm not going out and drinking every night. I'm not, doing any drugs or, I'm staying out of trouble with the law, all these things. It's like, okay, like that in itself, I think is a big deal. And yeah, so I hope that you guys got something from this. I'm going to end it here. I digress. So I hope that you were able to take something away from this video. You got to check out my package, and you also got a little good word at the end. And, just as always, love yourself before anybody else and keep working on yourself. And there is so much to be proud of. Like, never forget that there are good things coming. Just keep working on yourself and be persistent and consistent. And the good things will just keep happening. The blessings will come. And don't give up hope, because I know it's easy sometimes, and it's easy to just give in and be like, man, like things just suck. Like my life just sucks. But really it doesn't. Like think about all the things you have around you. Look around you and be like, man, I'm really fortunate to have the friends that I have, to have the family that I have, to have the, you know, all the material things that I have, the mind that I have, and the body that I have. Like, you're very fortunate to even be alive, like to wake up each day. Went a little bit off. I said I was gonna end it, and I'm really ending it now. I'm serious. So as always, love yourself before anybody else. You can check out my other Levi in the Closet videos. You can check out my other series, Levi Out the Closet, you know, me around town. Follow me on Instagram, and you can message me there if you have any questions or topics that you want to see in my future videos. I'm very open to that. I want to help you guys and help you become the best version of yourself that you can be. So message me on Instagram at Levi Acid, and, you know, I'll make a video about it. Or if you just, you know, you just want to have a private conversation, you can do that too. But anyway, Levi Acid on Instagram. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, just so I can see the interaction. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.